Thank you so very much for joining us. You are watching Bulozi TV, the pride of Barotse. We are broadcasting to you live from MONGU, Western Province. This is the news bulletin. The headlines. Bishop Sakala urges churches to remain united ahead of August 13 pause. Government completes 8 roads under Lusaka Urban Roads Upgrade Project. Luena Independent Hopeful says voters want development, not party labels. In international news, 67-year-old woman arrested at Lagos airport with cocaine hidden in fake plantain peels. And in sports news, Brazil knocked out of the World Cup. With the news in detail, my name is Celestina Tiankenji Mbewe. Bishop Harrison Sakala of Tabernacle of David Assembly City Mission Church in Osaka has urged the church to remain united and not be divided along political lines ahead of the August 13 pause. Speaking to Bulozi TV News in MONGU, Bishop Sakala said the church must be careful not to take political sides, but instead project the gospel of Jesus Christ as a message of unity. He emphasized that the church must be a beacon of hope to the Zambian people, and by doing so, the preaching of the gospel will spread more easily and communities will work together. The bishop was speaking during a conference at the MONGU Assembly of God on July 5th, 2026.
Ahead of Zambia's August 13th elections, Bishop Harrison Sakala of Tabernacle of David Assembly City Mission Church in Osaka is urging the church to choose unity over politics. Speaking in MONGU, the bishop said the church must not take political sides, but must preach one message, the gospel of unity.
Much more this year that we're going for elections. It's very easy for the church to take lines. We shouldn't. The church must give a picture to the nation that the gospel of Jesus Christ is a gospel of unity. Us working together, us pulling together. When we do that, the church shall help community to work together. In my church, I have members of parliament from the ruling UPND, members of parliament from the then PF. Of course, parliament has dissolved, and ironically, they are all my elders.
Bishop Sakala further added that a united church is a stronger church, and a stronger church means a stronger community.
So the church should not be divided on political lines, tribal lines, or any other line. The church must be a beacon of hope to the Zambian people and show them the way. When we do that, even the preaching of the gospel will easily spread. So yes, the church must be a moral compass in all areas of our existence.
The bishop was speaking during a conference at MONGU Assembly of God on July 5th, 2026. Nchumunyasi Aminwe, Bulozi TV News, MONGU, Western Province.
An independent aspiring parliamentary candidate for Luena constituency, Mwila Kalaluka, says voters are more interested in development than political party affiliation. Speaking to Bulozi TV News, Kalaluka says while many residents are expected to support President Hakainde Hichilema in the election, they will independently choose the parliamentary candidates they believe can deliver meaningful development regardless of the party. He says his vision is to ensure development reaches all parts of Luena through a horizontal approach, with fighting corruption forming a key pillar of his manifesto.
The message from the people of Luena constituency is that they overwhelmingly vote for President Hakainde Hichilema at presidential level. They will give him the vote. They are saying this because they believe and they are sure that the president has delivered on his mandate of 2021. This mandate was built together with ourselves. within the context of the UPND alliance. I'm contesting as an independent candidate, not because I'm doing something illegal. No, this is within the laws of our land. That is couched within the laws of our land. But the development aspiration that we espouse as part of the 2020 campaign, together with President Hadi Chilema and within the context of the UPND alliance, these are bearing fruit. The CDF has been enhanced. We are seeing free education coming into effect. We are also seeing social protection aspect being strengthened. And for this, the people of Luena constituency will give the president a massive vote come 13th August 2026. However, the people of Luena constituency are emphatic and unequivocal in telling the president that the issue of voting on a suit, the uniform voting pattern in favor of the UPND, they have said no to it. They are saying that they will vote for the president, but when it comes to the other levels of leadership, they will be able to decide who they think is able to deliver on their mandate. The adoption within the UPND was problematic. That is a fact, that we shouldn't ignore. So those mistakes that were made should not be put on the people. It should be dealt by the UPND themselves by not telling people to vote on the uniform or suit pattern. Anyway, we cannot define how they should carry out their messages in terms of the campaign. But the people in Rwanda constituency, all the 15 wards, be it older people, be it young people, be it men, be it women, they have unequivocally and emphatically said no to voting on the suit, to voting on the pattern. They are saying that this has caused them problems in terms of delivery.
The government has reached a significant milestone in its effort to modernize Lusaka's road network, successfully completing the construction of 8 roads under Lot 3 of the Lusaka Urban Roads Upgrade Project. In a statement, Lusaka City Council Public Relations Manager Chola Mwamba disclosed that government has also commenced the installation of road furniture, such as road signs and other safety features on completed roads in preparation for their full operational use. She says the completed roads covering over 11 kilometers are part of the 16 roads scheduled for rehabilitation and upgrading to bituminous standards.
As Lusaka continues to experience rapid population growth and urban expansion, the need for road rehabilitation and expansion has become more urgent than ever, with more people settling in the capital and the number of vehicles increasing each year. Improved road infrastructure is now seen as a key requirement for sustainable economic development and improving the quality of life for residents. It is for this reason that government embarked on the road rehabilitation and expansion drive aimed at decongesting key city hotspots and improving township connectivity, overseen by the Lusaka City Council and the Ministry of Local Government. And now, Lusaka City Council Public Relations Manager Chola Mwamba disclosed that government has reached a significant milestone in its efforts to modernize Lusaka's road network, successfully completing the construction of 8 roads under Lot 3 of the Lusaka Urban Roads Upgrading Project.
The government has completed the construction of 8 roads totaling to more than 11 kilometers out of the 16 roads earmarked for rehabilitation and upgrading to bituminous standard under Lot 3 of the Lusaka Urban Roads Project. The government has also commenced the installation of road furniture, such as road signs and other road safety features, on the completed roads in preparation for their full operation use.
She further says that works on Heart Hospital Road, Chunga Road, Ibex Hill and Chipolopolo Road are yet to commence, while construction works continues on the remaining roads, which include Sevo Street, New Kasama Road and Sebo Road, Extension Ali Kinkata Road.
The completed roads are Lake Diana, Frejo, and Chila Road, among other roads. Meanwhile, construction works continue on the remaining roads, including Sevo Street, New Kasama Road, and Sebo Road Extension. The government is committed to ensuring that the road network is maintained properly to improve road safety for all road users.
As government continues implementing road projects across Lusaka, these investments are expected to strengthen the city's transport system, improve safety, support business growth, and position the capital to meet the demands of the rapid growing urban population. Margaret Chota, Bulozi TV News in Lusaka.
Economist Kelvin Chisanga says Zambia's democratic credibility is a vital national economic asset. Speaking to Bulozi TV News, the economist stated that from an economic perspective, peaceful and credible elections are important in strengthening public trust, reinforce constitutional governance, and enhance Zambia's reputation as a stable democracy. He added that a peaceful, transparent, and credible election will reinforce national unity, strengthen investor confidence, and lay a solid foundation for inclusive and sustainable development.
With the 2026 general elections approaching, safeguarding Zambia's economic credibility has become an important national asset. The economist, Kelvin Chisanga, says free, fair, and transparent elections strengthen public trust, uphold the rule of law, and attract investment.
So from the economic perspective, peaceful and credible elections are quite important aspect. Investors and business are basically attracted to stable and predictable environment. Political certainty encourages business and also investment undertaking as well. Supporting business growth can also come from there.
Political certainty, he has added, is vital for job creation and economic growth, while disputes can drive investors away.
And uncertainty or electoral disputes can weaken investors' confidence and slow economic activities. So preserving Zambia's democratic credibility is therefore a shared responsibility. Political parties should be able to conduct peacefully and issue-based campaign, which should be able to promote peaceful conduct, of course. So we need a balanced and professional responsibility to participate fully with peaceful nature. So Zambia has been known as a mature democracy across regions, which is an important factor also to attract investment, to give that substantial, positive, stable environment, which we have also been able to connect with the good elements that this country has built over time.
According to The Economist, all stakeholders from political parties to citizens and the media have a role to play in ensuring peace and integrity in the nation. Nchumonyasi Aminwe, Bulozi TV News, MONGU, Western Province.
The Governance and Development Advocates Zambia have called on political parties and other stakeholders to promote peace, respect, and issue-based campaigns as the country heads towards the election. Godaza Executive Director Elias Molenga says political players should refrain from name-calling, disrespectful campaign songs, and inflammatory rhetorics, warning that such conduct fuels political violence and undermines democracy. He has also urged the Electoral Commission of Zambia to enforce electoral laws fairly, saying those who breach the Electoral Code of Conduct should face appropriate sanctions to safeguard peace and stability.
We as governors and development advocates in Zambia, we wish to call upon political players and citizens of Zambia to be calm during this period of campaigns in the country. Let's all reject divisive politics. Politics of comparisons, they lack a developmental agenda. And also we have noticed that there is too much disrespect for campaign songs that are fueling political violence in the country. We wish to call upon every citizen to protect our democracy. What we are seeing now is that such conduct will undermine our democracy and distract meaningful debates by politicians. The ECZ, the Electoral Commission of Zambia, must uphold the electoral laws and act fairly. Those breaching the electoral processes should face suspensions of candidates, not just cancellation of campaigns or suspension of campaigns. Fairness and respect are essential to prevent unrest in the country. Peace and unity must come first before divisive rhetoric, which we are now experiencing, because development only thrives without violence.
Zambia and the Democratic Republic of Congo have taken a major step towards strengthening regional environmental cooperation, with both countries agreeing to enhance collaboration on forest conservation, climate action, and sustainable investment in the forestry sector. The agreement was reached during the 60th Zambia Trade Fair in Ndola, where Katanga Province's Provincial Minister for Economy, Commerce, Trade and Transport, George Mbau, led a delegation to the Ministry of Green Economy and Environment Pavilion ahead of the official opening of the fair. Speaking on behalf of the Ministry of Green Economy and Environment, Acting Permanent Secretary Renford Simumbwe welcomed the Congolese delegation, saying the Zambia International Trade Fair had provided an ideal platform to showcase Zambia's environmental programs.
Zambia and the Democratic Republic of Congo DRC have taken a major step towards strengthening regional environmental cooperation, with both countries agreeing to enhance collaboration on forest conservation, climate action and sustainable investments in the forestry sector. The agreement was reached during the 60th Zambia International Trade Fair in Ndola, where Katanga's province's Provincial Minister for Economy, Commerce, Transport and Tourism, George Mbau, led a delegation to the Ministry of Green Economy and Environment Pavilion. And speaking on behalf of the Ministry of Green Economy and Environment, Acting Permanent Secretary Renford Simumbwe welcomed the Congolese delegation, stating that the Zambia International Trade Fair has provided an ideal platform to showcase Zambia's environmental programs, climate initiatives, and investment opportunities to international partners.
The delegation from the DRC found it fit to come and participate at the International Trade Fair. And through their participation, they noticed our stand. They stand for the Ministry of Green Economy and Environment, and decided to come and see what we do. So we have had very fruitful engagements. We help them to appreciate what we do as a ministry and the various products that we are showcasing.
And speaking on behalf of the Democratic Republic of Congo DRC, Katanga Province Minister for Economy, Commerce, Transport and Tourism George Mbau says the two neighboring nations share common environmental challenges such as deforestation and the growing impact of climate change. He notes that stronger cross-border cooperation is essential to safeguarding shared forest resources, promote sustainable forest management, and improve the livelihoods of communities that depend on forests.
So we know that deforestation is disturbing the climate. So as you know, DRC, our country is a big country. Our country has got a lot of opportunities as one of your delegated states. And what you've said to develop is the sector. We agree that we have to work together so that we can protect the forest. As it is a request for all of us to protect the forest. Because if we work together, it will be beneficial to our both.
Margaret Shota, Bulozi TV News in Lusaka.
We take a break. Stay with us.
In every celebration, there's a simple choice being made. To belong, count me in. In moments of love and promises for tomorrow, count me in. At the checkout line, in the middle of an ordinary day, a reminder that every number matters. Count me in. Across our communities, our streets, the same message finds us. Count me in. From the everyday worker to the hands shaping our future every day, the call is the same. Count me in. And around the traditions that bring us together, the message becomes impossible to ignore. Count me in.
This election season, your vote counts. Get your NRSC and voters card ready.
Count me in.
HealthNest Medical Center, nurturing health, empowering lives. At HealthNest Medical Center, we provide high-quality, accessible healthcare for individuals, families, and the wider community in MONGU and beyond. We focus on preventive care, offering blood pressure, diabetes and cholesterol checks, HIV counseling and testing, and community health education programs. Our outpatient and maternal child health services support families with general consultations, antenatal and postnatal care, child growth and monitoring, nutrition counseling, and family planning. Our laboratory services provide routine tests, rapid diagnostics, and selected specialized tests, while our pharmacy ensures timely access to medicines with professional guidance. HealthNest is also here during emergencies, providing 24/7 care, stabilization, first aid, and referral services supported by rapid diagnostics and ready access to medicines. We help with recovery and rehabilitation through physiotherapy for children and adults, including clubfoot, fractures, cerebral palsy, neurological conditions, and soft tissue injuries. Our diagnostic services such as ultrasound and ECG help monitor progress, and ongoing preventive care supports long-term health. At HealthNest Medical Center, we combine quality, compassion, and reliable care to nurture health and empower lives. You can locate us at 53120 Lusaka Road, Kambule, 7488 MONGU. Contact us on +2609729265521. Our website www.healthnestmd.com. HealthNest Medical Center, nurturing health, empowering lives.
Not long ago, many children in Zambia did not go to school because their parents could not afford it. Today, 2.5 million children are back in the classroom, sitting on desks and being fed nutritious meals under the school feeding program. Markets are now peaceful with no cadre violence. Clinics stand where there were none. There's still much work ahead, jobs to create, futures to secure. And that's why Bali keeps working day after day. Because just as we delivered free education, we will keep delivering. For every child still waiting and every family still rising. Until progress is something every Zambian feels. We've started the change. Now let's finish the job. On the 13th of August 2026, vote for Hakainde Hichilema as President of the Republic of Zambia. And let us continue to move Zambia forward together.
Voting is one of the few moments where we all have a voice.
One person, one vote.
No titles, no status.
Just a choice.
It's not about doing nothing.
It's about showing up.
Because your vote matters. It's easy.
It's important.
It's ours. Count me in.
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 Thank you so very much for staying with us. We continue with the news. Now we go to our international item. Nigeria's anti-drug agency has reportedly arrested a 67-year-old Nigerian British woman at Lagos airport after allegedly discovering 13 kilograms of cocaine concealed inside a fake plantain peel in her luggage. According to the agency, the suspect, who works as a caregiver in the United Kingdom, was preparing to board a flight to London when officers uncovered 31 wraps of cocaine designed to look like plantain. NDLEA says she later admitted ownership of the drugs. The arrest is part of ongoing efforts by law enforcement agencies to crack down on drug trafficking networks using increasingly creative methods to evade detection. And now finally, in sports news, Brazil have been knocked out of the 2026 World Cup after suffering a 2-0 defeat to Norway in their last 16 clash, with Neymar announcing the end of his international career after the elimination. An emotional Neymar said his international career for Brazil is over after his side's defeat by Norway. Neymar did score a penalty deep into added time at MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, but it proved nothing more than a consolation effort in what is said to be his last appearance for his country. Neymar's debut for Brazil came at the same stadium in August 2010 when he scored a 2-0 friendly win against the United States. And that sports item brings us to the end of the news, but before we go, we recap on the headlines. Bishop Sakala urges church to remain united ahead of the August 13 pause. Government completes 8 road under Lusaka Urban Road Upgrade Project. Luwena independent candidate says voters want development, not party labels. In international news, 67-year-old woman arrested at Lagos airport with cocaine hidden in fake plantain peels. And in sports news, Brazil knocked out of the World Cup. You can always watch our bulletin on TopStar Channel 120 in MONGU, Limulunga, Nalolo, Lusaka, Chongwe, Chilanga, parts of Senanga, Kalabo, Rufunse, and the surrounding areas. On Facebook, we are Bulozi TV. This has been Celestina Tiankenjimbewe with the news. On behalf of the entire production crew, keep watching Bulozi TV, the pride of Barotse.